Hi there. In this video, I'm going to show you how we can create some coding that's a little more efficient with using Python. So in the past, we were printing out content and we were including variables and so on. And I'm going to just show you how we can just kind of tighten that up a little bit. So before I do that, let's actually do some coding here where this is what we've been doing in the past. So just a quick little reminder. So if we did, let's say, a couple of variables, so if I want to call the first one first name, sometimes I do underscore name, but I think this time I'm just going to do the camel case, first name. And rather than creating that input statement so that somebody can type in their first name, I'm just going to actually type it out. So the first name being, let's say, Timothy. And oh, I have to be careful here since it's a name, it's a string. I do have to put quotations around it. Otherwise, it's going to give me an error message. So Timothy and last name, same idea. I'm going to do camel case, which just means that second word is going to have the first letter is going to be uppercase or capitals. And let's say Smith is his last name. And I'm going to print this information. So we normally go print, and then we have on our brackets. And since I'm going to say something like, hello, Timothy Smith, something like that, I'm going to go quotation. Hello, space. I need to call up my first name variable. So to do that, plus sign, variable name, first name. And I'm going to add more to it. So if you recall, we do need to put a plus sign afterwards. And now the last name, but before I do the last name, if I don't want the first name to be right squished in with the last name, I do need to put in a space. And if you recall, we actually have to program that in, which means quotation marks and a space. And now I'm going to call up last name. And I'm going to put an exclamation point at the end of this. So I'm going to put a plus sign here to indicate I'm going to do more. Quotations again, exclamation point. Let's run this code to see where we're at. There we go. Hello, Timothy Smith. Great. Now, this is pretty simple because we don't have a whole lot going on. But if we had a lot of content being printed out here, typing all of this out in, excuse me, typing this all out can take some time and it can be very lengthy to read. So, and especially with all these quotations and everything all over the time, all the time. So this is why I want to show you how we can type this out a little differently. So let's do it now with formatted string. All right. So I'm actually going to replicate the first two lines here. So first, last name. So I'm just going to copy that. And this time, however, when I do this, I'm going to create a new variable. And I'm going to create, I could call it my message. I can call it my statement. I'm going to call it maybe hello statement. So let's try that again. And now what I'm going to do is equals, and I'm going to this time use a formatted string. So that means I'm going to put an F, okay? Now my quotation mark, and now I'm going to type what I want to type out, very similar to what I did above. But what I'm going to do first is go, let's say hello, just like we did above. But what I'm going to do this time is rather than doing the plus sign, first name, plus sign, and so on, I'm going to use these squiggly brackets. Squiggly brackets in our formatted strings are placeholders. So we could put in our variables here and they can be called in. So let's try that. So first name, and look at that, populates for me, which is lovely. Hello, and I don't have to worry about doing another quotation marks and spacing and so on. It's automatically going to include this spacing right inside here, which is really nice. Last name and squiggly bracket again. And I don't have to worry about spacing in terms of, again, all these things. All I need is an exclamation point. And now we have to just print this hello statement. So print hello statement. Let's try it. And there you go. All right, so I just want to again show you how we can simplify this so that you don't have to worry so much about closing brackets, opening brackets, closing brackets, spacing, and all these kind of things where you can just type a little more naturally. All you have to do then is put the squiggly brackets in wherever you want to have a placeholder for any variables that you've created. All right, I hope this helps you become a more efficient coder using Python.